There are men which can be detailed to be leaders of a healing movement. This movement is created through men who desire an existence of deeper meaning, alignment with internal fact, creative and regenerative solutions to challenge, self-belief to listen to their heart over their heads, and use a logical method in line with loving, compassionate knowledge. Many light people are within the throes of enormous movement with their strength fields. This may realign them with sacred reason and a higher plan for movement. It will ignite long forgotten fires of yearning for deeper that means and fulfillment within their hearts. The universe is starting to sing their song back to them. They are finding reflections of a course toward goals, a torchlight in the darkness. There are giant markers being positioned alongside way. Those signs are given to reveal these men that they are no longer alone, that there is a plan for his or her lives that exceeds their mind's constrained perceptions. The miracles exist, that the divine female vessel has prepared space for them for eons, so as for this transition to be made into their authentic lives. Our reality inside is authenticity, our active self, our intuition, insights, steerage, and passions. Our inner reality is simply one part of the complete cosmic fact. While we become stuck on our truth, we lose sight of the truth. The reality of introduction is massive, but it is simple. The fact resonates with a single soul on this planet. For it is one fact that all of us align with. Transparency is the reality that manages all the cosmos. It is the knowing that there is no distinction among the inner and the outer, the self and the complete. All is the same. All is one recognition through billions of expressions. To be clearly obvious is to well know this truth and live through it. To take responsibility for all that showing itself both for your inner world and external. Transparency is to include the external as one with you, to understand that both float simultaneously in keeping with the same frequency. Once we see this, we will never unsee it. We start to realize that every one of our external pushing, forcing, convincing is futile because we are continually sincerely speaking to ourselves. They've got reconnected to their own stunning heart and soul. They've reconnected to the supply which they arrive from. They emanate this divinity. Even at a much distance, they stand out. Whilst they stand alone, there may be not anything lacking here. Those souls are the lone wolves, the lone grizzlies, solitarily transferring through the dense forests of society, but very much not a part of it. A whole new collective of awakening masculine souls is emerging. With awakening comes chaos, because the spiritual induces laziness, denial, addictions, and all other types of ego control that would suppress authentic sacred masculine strength. While in spiritual denial of the actual self, these men live overly comfortable, flabby lives of staying inside the knowledge, the secure, and the predictable. They might not ever take the risk of breaking the old male ancestral patterns of behavior. Then, their higher self, if contracted in this life, creates spiritual awakening. The chaos ensues right away as awakening codes flood in. Chaos on the 3D realm is frequent. Life adjustments, relationships breakups, collapses on the internal, emotional, and mental plans. Existence suddenly needs that they step up, much as a brand new degree of movement, attention, and growth. The old patterns straightway come to be intentional, stifling, suffocating, unbearable to withstand. Change is inevitable as it fast growth and evolution onto the ascension pathway. Working with shadows, the internal work may be achieved by way of beings who are decided to transcend the limitations, the suffering, the drama, reflected by the twin programmed acquired. This work is finished by souls who've suffered enough to be determined with all their being, to stand their personal darkness, to shed light on what's hid, to dig into the root system and to update it with a program that reflects the love, harmony, and limitlessness that we are. It isn't always a clean task at all. It takes sincerity towards ourselves and a whole lot of courage. The courage to take duty for what we supply inside, because in these times we've got access to facts. We have knowledge and we realize that the energy is in us. We have the energy to select what programming we include, so we are the creators of our world. As you are taking off your barrier between you and others, among you and the outside world, our truths end up one. We become the captains of the collective consciousness ship, because there is not any distinction between us as people and the collective. We come to be the guiding lighting of the shifts of power. Unfastened speech is a common word used within the West. However, its true meaning has been misplaced. There may be no such issue as free speech any further. There may be best genuine speech. One is only given the gift of speaking when truth and transparency are at its core, when one has mastered cosmic ethics inside. A loose speech turned into a product of unfastened will. It allowed all beings to talk anything into existence, including lies, manipulations, half-truths. This allowance of misaligned speaking is what creates the matrix in the first place, as the whole thing we speak shapes the reality we stay in.